Hello, hello, dear Gemini. How are you all? This is your reading for the 1st till the 20th of December. It's the Divine Spread, just like I do every month, at the beginning of the month, I should say. And I'm taking a major arcana for your Karma Dharma position. Thank you all for being here. This is Kathy speaking, and thank you so much for your support and all that you do. Very special times right now. Jupiter is moving into the sign of Capricorn tomorrow. Today's the 1st of the month, actually. And Jupiter is moving into Capricorn now. Capricorn can be quite stern and hard, but Jupiter, being the jovial and, the planet of abundance and luck, it may bring the blessings, but it may not bring them as quickly as we hope for. Because Saturn is very slow. Capricorn is very slow moving. It's got to be done right. It's got to, a lot of work has got to be put into it. It's not just air, which is Jupiter. Jupiter can be over enthusiastic, over too happy, too positive about it. So it's not real. So what I want to say is that, the putting together the Jupiterian energy, which is all about easy. Oh, that's easy. No worries, Jupiter expands on everything it touches. So it does have the feeling of luck is always there with Jupiter, but Jupiter is the planet that, and if you think of Jupiter, it's the king of the gods, right? So he had a position, he's got a responsibility, but he can be in two different energies. Jupiter can also bring separation, but it can also bring, the abundance, the love, the anything that is happy, anything that is very abundant, of course, and very lucky, as I've said already. But because Jupiter can take both forms, when he is because he reminds me of Santa Claus, right? Santa Claus is, oh, okay, ho, 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 ho. Here are the gifts. But Saturn, Uncle Saturn says, has he been good so he can receive those gifts? Has he written that letter to Santa? If he hasn't, well, he's not going to get those gifts this year, let's say, or not now. He's going to have to do the work before he can receive those gifts. So, dear Gemini, yeah, very funny, eh? my explanation of Jupiter. So it's big times. It's a big time of Capricorn right now, because we've got Jupiter practically in the sign of Capricorn. We've got Pluto, the south node, Saturn, and Venus there. Wow, so yeah, a stellium of planets in Capricorn. We are having an eclipse on the 26th of December, which is a new moon in Capricorn, so it's a solar eclipse. On the 12th of the month, dear Gemini, we're having a full moon in your sign. Just letting you know, it can be quite an emotional full moon. It is in a square to Neptune, so it might be a little bit low on the emotional side. So it won't last, though. So we know that full moons are always about it, finishing up a situation. Now the eclipse is something being eclipsed out of your life. So we are having another eclipse in this month of January on the 10th. So we'll get to that when it's time, but we are in eclipse energies now. So let's cut your cards, dear Gemini. Let's see what's happening for Gemini, please, Spirit. Love, family, business, money. I've cut the cards. Let me take your Karma Dharma card, dear Gemini. What's happening for you on the 1st until the 20th of December 2019, and we've got the moon, that full moon. It's either talking about that full moon or it's the new moon, which is the eclipse. So we're in eclipse energies already. Now the moon can speak of the mother, can speak of your security. It's Cancer, Pisces, your security, your home, your extended family, your foundation, your actual home, what makes you feel secure, let's say. The moon can also be our subconscious. Pay attention to your dreams, especially with that full moon in your sign. And of course, the energies will be even a little bit before the 12th. So, as I said, it is a passing phase. Everything passes. We, if we don't have the life is a wheel, like the wheel of fortune. There's ups and downs, and if we don't have negative, then positive we won't know the difference. So that's what life is all about. The story of our life is fluctuations, up and down. Some of you may be dealing with a mother that may have kept secrets from you. Secrets about the family could be coming to light. And again, something could be getting eclipsed out of your life, something that you are very emotionally tied to. And this could also be something being eclipsed out of your life that you're very frightened of. So the moon does mean a lot of things. But when we look at deep love, true love, unconditional love, we do look at the moon. So let's take your cards, dear Gemini. So in the foundation, we have the Page of Swords. So a message, communication, truth. Page of Swords can be also a student, but it can also be someone speaking their truth. Page of Swords can also be, many times I do see it like when he's in the reverse, I'm not doing reversals, could be someone that is like a spoiled brat, or someone that is acting out of character, not talking their truth, not speaking their truth, not expressing it. Let's look at what's hidden from you. And we've got the Two of Cups. What you don't know is that there is an agreement, a divine union here, a soulmate connection. The Two of Cups is the soulmate card. And there is deep understanding here, a deep connection. This is what you don't know. This is what could be that you are finding out. Let's see what is happening in the recent past for you. Page of Cups. So we've got 2 pages so far. Page of Cups could be Piscean energy. It is usually Pisces. For others of you, it could be another water sign, but this is Piscean energy for me, which again speaks of unconditional love. This may have been an offer, an unexpected offer. This could also speak of an apology. But, pages are always messages that come through that bring change. We change, something in our life. We change, turn a page. So it's like there is something different on the other side of this offer. Page of Cups is quite a fresh energy. So he's holding the Ace of Cups, which is like the Holy Grail. It's something that is very important. That Ace of Cups is a very, very important card. Now, cups are about our emotions. And, of course, the Ace of Cups can be anything to do with happiness, but usually the cups are our emotions and therefore love. So because we've got the Moon card here, I would say mainly it's something that, it's the Ace of Cups, which is the beginning of a love situation. You've got the Page of Cups. In the hidden, you've got the Two of Cups. So both people are feeling the same. Let's look at the now position. And we've got Temperance. So, dear Gemini, you are tempering yourself, holding on, waiting for those blessings to come in from the angels, from Spirit. Something, yes, is being worked out for you. Okay, now this is also a card of healing. Look at the angel that is turning lead into gold. Right now, there is a blessing, there is a silver lining going on in the backdrop. You don't know about it though, do you? You don't know about it. So let's look at what your trajectory, what your goal is, and also career, I can say. We've got the Emperor. So the Emperor is Taurus or Aries. And the Emperor is very Saturnian. Many times he can be hard energy to get through. The Emperor, yes, it's got to do with family. He's a number 4. It's got to do with your home, your stability, with stability in general. And some of you may have someone that you are working for, working with, that could be quite held back, quite cold where emotions are concerned, unless he feels the angry, or he's burning with anger. That's the emotion that you will see from the Emperor. You won't see the cups. You won't see the cup energy. He won't show emotions. He needs to keep that facade to hold the empire together. Therefore, he's not the Emperor for no reason. He is the one that is in charge. He's the boss. He's the one that gives the orders. He's the warrior. And there is a lot of intelligence here. We've got the hawk here, which can speak of course, it does remind me of the intelligence of Aquarius. So sun, moon, or rising, I'm saying, could be the Aquarian energy, could be sun, moon, or rising from this Emperor. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Taurus or an Aries for all of you, but he's wearing that red cloak. Some people do say that he's a fire sign, so I'll throw that in. For me, mainly he's Aries or Taurus. Let's look at the action and advice. We have the 4 of Cups, another 4. So there is concentration on that past celebration, but you've passed that point. A new cup is coming through. So it feels as though there was some sort of a celebration at some point, and you're reminiscing, you're thinking back to that time, and you're not noticing that there is a new cup. That Ace of Cups is being offered to you. Now, could it be because of your obligations, restrictions? Could it be timing that you don't see, because of timing that you don't see this Ace of Cups that is overflowing, that is something that you have been hoping for? Some of you may want a new beginning, a new beginning where home, security, family is concerned. Some of you are unhappy in some sort of a situation. You're in between two worlds here, I see. And if you notice in this card, the Ace of Cups right in the front, it's empty. Or I should say it's not. There was room for more celebration here. Something was missing here. So let's take the outcome. And we've got the 4 of Pentacles, another 4. 3 4s are 12. It's all about the Hanging Man and Piscean energy. Gemini, I'm so sorry to tell you again that the Hanging Man is all about patience and being stuck. Now, the Hanging Man does speak of enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment. Some of you, yes, could be dealing with Piscean energy, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Here we've got the card of Taurus for me. 4 of Pentacles is someone holding back on their emotions. Could be any earth energy here. Some of you could have earth in your chart and you're holding back for whatever reason. 4 4 4. I feel as though there are some restrictions. Something, though, in the backdrop, as I said, is being worked for in your favor. The Emperor does speak of restrictions. Now, Neptune can also, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune has now moved direct. It is slowly starting to turn in a direct motion. But we know that when Neptune is actually stopped, his energy is more potent. There has been lack of clarity. Now, if you are dealing with a Piscean person, obviously when we've got a retrograde planet, there isn't movement forward. It's all about the past. So some of you have been holding on to something so strong, something that was very important to you. You've been holding on to it for dear life, but here we've got that key. She's holding a key, but her hands are so tied up in holding those pentacles that she's not using the key. So are your restrictions money? Are they anything to do with your financial situation? Some of you may have been saving up, or you're dealing with a Taurian who is very stingy. This is the miser card. Someone is saving up to purchase a home, to purchase something nevertheless. This is also someone that's protecting their heart and what is theirs and what makes them feel secure. Some people are just feel secure through money. And that's sad, actually, because that's not what it's all about. That's not what life is all about. We need a healthy balance, as the Temperance is balancing things out. Now, this is Sagittarian energy. Some of you may be dealing with someone who could have strong Sag, or maybe from a distant place. Could be a foreigner, could be someone that is a teacher, and could be a student. We've got the student and the teacher, and they do say that once the student is looking for a teacher, that's when the teacher shows up. And I suppose it's the other way around as well. So let's take the divine position, dear Gemini. What's showing up here? As I said, the Four of Pentacles is Taurian energy. Now, if we're looking at Taurian, the house of Taurus, it's all about our values. And Uranus is transiting there, which I'm going to say that Jupiter, having moved, I should say, in the sign of Capricorn, very soon will be in a positive aspect to Uranus. So Jupiter will be trining over to Uranus in Taurus. So that is radical changes and expanding our knowledge. You know, Uranus rules Aquarius. It's all about the intelligence. There is a lot of intelligence. So that's like being zapped with an idea, with an intelligent idea of how changes can come in your life if that's what you've been looking for. And that could mean a lot more things, but let's see what the transits, how they're affecting you. And we've got the Three of Swords. Wow. Wow, dear Gemini. Three of Swords. So there is some sort of a disappointment here, some sort of a heartbreak. Three of Swords could be three people in a situation where you are concentrating on those Three of Cups here. Let's take another card straight away. Some of you may be feeling disappointment because someone could be, someone could be waiting on information, the full moon, or some sort of a completion. Someone may be fear-stricken, and that could have to do with the Three of Swords. Someone is too frightened to speak. The Three of Swords. Swords are all about our intellect, our perception. Here, the Page of Swords, which is in your foundation, is all about truth. Now, I'm not reading reversals, so I would say that someone is holding back on their truth because of fear. Let's see another card here straight away. And we've got the Queen of Swords, which I love here. Gemini, this is your energy. This is your energy, no doubt. There's 4 swords here. 3 and 1 is 4. Another 4. So it's time to speak your truth. Stop holding back. If this is you holding back, then it's time to speak your truth. Take that sword and use it. Sever ties if you need to. If you've been backstabbed, if you've been heartbroken, if someone is being stingy with their feelings, someone that could be very Saturnian, and there is no celebration because of fear, because of a third person. We could have a third person here in the picture. Let's take a look at the moon. 2 cards on that. Now with the Two of Cups here, with the Two of Cups here, which is a soulmate energy, and this is what's hidden from you. What you don't know is that there is a divine love, a divine union, a soulmate connection that could be showing up for you. Now, some of you may know about this, some of you may know about it, or maybe you're keeping it hidden from someone else if you are a cross watcher. And we've got the blessings of Venus. Hello, my darling Venus. Aphrodite, Venus is on the table. Hello, my sweetheart. Don't go there. No, no. That burns, my darling. My beautiful kitty. Oh, my kitty. Okay, down you go. Thank you for the blessings. Down you go, girl. I'll just keep reading for you. I was saying that some of you don't know, probably are not aware that your other half is coming in to the picture. That's probably what you don't know. And it's funny that the Temperance she holds 2 cups as well. So it's all about, again, healing, balance. As well as that, its spirit is here. Now this could speak of distance, but it can also speak of faith. Don't give up hope. Don't give up faith that things will balance out for you. We're talking about you finding your balance. Now, 4 of Swords, this could be you're in between 2 worlds. And I'm going to say it again. 4 of Swords is someone that's taking time out. The Warrior has stopped to recharge, to heal a broken heart for whatever reason. Now, if you are dealing with someone that may have, and this is your energy, no doubt, but you may also be dealing with someone that's got strong air in their chart. Let me look at the moon, as I said, the moon card, and what's hidden. What's this full moon in Gemini all about, please, Spirit? And it's not only the full moon in Gemini. I'm going to say that also the eclipse, from the new moon to the full moon, from the full moon to the new moon, it's 2 weeks. So let's take a card, and we've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is Earth. So looking at the situation, what you've invested, what you can manifest. It's Pentacles are all about money, of course. Not only though, and this is like taking a break as well, taking time out, looking at a situation, studying a situation, feeling out a situation. Let's take another card. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow but steady progress forward. And the Knight of Pentacles could be any earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Many times I do say it's Virgo energy. Knight of Pentacles is someone who is of service to others, someone who is moving towards a brand new beginning, something to do with security. Let's take some more cards. Here we go. We've got the Knight of Wands. Did I say Knight? King of Wands, which I didn't say where I would put this card. So I'm just going to leave it here on the side. Another sign had the Emperor and the King of Wands. For some of you, this is the same person. For others of you, this is 2 different people. And the Knight of Wands, again, I said Knight. There is a reason why I'm saying Knight. What is the Knight of Wands? It's the traveler. It's someone who's very Sagittarian. Again, Sagittarius speaks of foreign places and people. That's where I feel that there is a difference between the Emperor and the Knight of... there we go again. The King of Wands is someone who is used to traveling, maybe travels for work, someone who's driven by their passion, but also he's very, very generous. There's a lot of generosity, and there's a lot of intelligence, I'm going to say again here, because the Knight of Wands is someone who, yes, can be very creative, very passionate, someone who travels, as I said, for work, but he's gone from the knight to the king. So therefore, there is more intelligence here. He's the king, so he's one step behind the emperor. If this is two different people, the emperor is just someone that's much more Saturnian, someone who's got more responsibility, obviously, than the King of Wands. And it's funny that he sits right next to the Temperance card again, which speaks of Sagittarius. So I'm going to take some romance angels. Okay, let's take the romance angels and see what's happening in your love life, dear Gemini. So please, Spirit, for Gemini, what's happening in love? We do have the Three of Swords here, so what sort of a disappointment was that? Please, Spirit, for Gemini and their love life. We've got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Could that be some sort of a disappointment? For some of you, yes. Because of finances, you're not able, you're taking time out, as I said, in between two worlds. And that can mean many different things for a lot of you. Okay, let's see what else. What else? We've got children. Your love life is being affected by children. And we do have 2 pages here. So financial issues and children. We do have 2 pages. We've got an air sign and a water sign. Pisces would be more than likely. And let's see what else. And we've got you deserve love. You are lovable. And we've got the Archerette here. So it does speak of Sagittarian energy. Sag is the ruling planet of, what am I saying? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So it looks as though someone, you're aiming for someone or they're aiming for you. You know, Sagittarius is all about truth. It's the law. It's also higher education. And I wanted to say to some of you that obviously Jupiter has just left your 7th house of partnership and relationship. It's moved into, tomorrow I should say, it's going to be moving into your 8th house of commitments. So we're past the stage of trying to find the balance within relationships. What we're doing now is we're looking for commitment, dear Gemini. Or I should say you are, because I'm not a Gemini. So yes, the 8th house is also your partner's money from other sources. And again, money comes up. Remember, with the 4 of Pentacles here, there is very slow movement where money is concerned. You've gotten to a point of success, but things are quite slow now. Maybe it's because of the eclipses. Eclipses do bring change, and it's not an easy time. Capricorn asks for integrity. It asks for work, as I say. But it does say that you deserve love. So that means you haven't been loved. No doubt. You haven't felt loved. You've been dealing with this emperor. This is someone who's very more about business than love and emotion. So let's take some more cards. Let's look at this Page of Swords in your foundation, in your home area. And we've got the Death card, and I was thinking, isn't Scorpio going to show up? Now, your ruling planet Mercury is still in Scorpio, so things are still being shown to us. I'm saying us, this is for everyone, obviously, but I'm a Virgo, and that's my ruling planet as well. You know that Mercury retrograded in the sign of Scorpio, so now it's moving direct. Therefore, it's still, you know, things are coming up, conversations, information that was hidden in relation to intimacy, money from your partner, commitment. But in this card, the Death card, which is Scorpio, which speaks of transformation and change, if you notice, the sword is actually pointing down and he's not showing himself. So there is something that is withheld. There is information that is withheld. Once it comes to light, it's going to bring the change and the transformation. Let's take the Two of Cups, shall we? In the hidden position. And it's all about Venus. If you could see, we've got the glyph of Venus right there in the background. Love, commitment, and heartfelt energies. Let's see the Two of Cups. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. That's beautiful. So this could be a new beginning, a new commitment, a new stage within your relationship. Doesn't mean that everyone is dealing with two different people. No. Some couples go through situations where they haven't been happy because of money, because of children. You know, the King of Wands, for some of you, could be the same person as the Emperor. For others of you, these could be two brothers, for instance. Okay, the Emperor could be a father and the King of Wands could be your partner. But nevertheless, the Ace of Pentacles is a potential for a new beginning. This is beautiful. Okay, now this could be a pregnancy, a marriage, as I said, a commitment. This could be a new start, a new stable start. Could be a new business, could be money starting to flow freely through partnership, through some sort of an agreement. This is stabilizing an agreement that two people feel the same. This is making it real, crystallizing it. Let's look at that Page of Cups. We've got the Five of Wands, so someone was conflicted about offering their cup. This is a tug of war. It's an imbalance. You know, the Page of Cups is very youthful energy. Is it enough, maybe, dear Gemini? If someone was offering you their cup as a page, was it enough for you? You may have been conflicted about that. Or, you know, the Five of Wands can be, if this is an offer in the recent past, there's conflictual energy with it. Or, you know, an imbalance, some sort of an imbalance. Is it desire or is it love? Maybe if you've been dealing with someone who, that Piscean energy again, which is unconditional love, sometimes, you know, with Pisces, let's say if you're dealing with a Pisces, which could have strong fire in their chart, if you're dealing with a Pisces, then they are, maybe they've given unconditionally in the past and now they're conflicted about going for what they desire, because when you give and give and give and you don't receive, then there will be conflict. Let's look at that Temperance card, which is, as I said, in the backdrop. It's being worked in your favor. Something's being worked in your favor. And we've got the Six of Cups. Yes, Six of Cups is the soulmate card again. Also children, nostalgia. Now, if we put these, there are 8 cups together. 6 and 2 is 8. So there needs to be, you need to leave something behind. Something needs to be left in the past. So for those of you that are in a committed partnership or relationship, you need to leave the past in the past so you can find the blessing of the agreement, being on the same page. For others of you, you are leaving a relationship and you are feeling like a child. Okay, this could be, of course, someone that you may have been dealing with in a past lifetime, a soulmate connection, obviously. Soulmate, twin flame, could be either. Let's look at that Emperor. What's this Emperor in your career status area? We've got 2 cards that want to come out. And we've got the Magician and the Seven of Swords. And the Magician can be a trickster, of course. but it can also be someone that's quite logical, intelligent. And the Magician is obviously your energy, dear Gemini. Mercury ruled, and the Magician is manifestation. It's another ace. Here we've got the Seven of Swords. Now, there's either been stealth with this Emperor, towards this Emperor, or from the Emperor, because swords are all about air, and you are air. But this can also, both these cards are, you know, Gemini, you are ruled. Gemini is the hands, and therefore that's why you are the Magician. Your hands are quicker than the Magician. You can do, what you can do is you can, you're very intelligent in the sense that you've got the gift of the gab, you've got that intelligence, that logic, but you've also got the quickness in the hands, and therefore you are the Magician. So there's multiple meanings in these cards. So, you know, the Seven of Swords is stealth, it's theft, it's trying to get away with something, pulling a rabbit out of a hat, and the other person isn't even noticing it. Very interesting. Wow. Let's look at that Four of Cups. And we've got the King of Swords now. King of Swords and Queen of Swords. And she's got her back to him. She's got her back to him. Now, the King of Swords could be the Emperor. More than likely. More than likely. I would say that the King of Wands is the outsider. Could be the third person. Why? Because I didn't have a position to put him in. He wasn't supposed to be here. He came out in the reading without me saying where I was going to put him. So we've got someone that's driven by their passion, very sexual. Here we've got the King of Swords, which is someone who can be quite cold, quite aloof, still very intelligent. We do know that usually with the King of Swords, he's very intelligent. He's very truthful and fair, but I'm not reading reversals. So I'm wondering, and you know the King of Swords could also be a solicitor, could be a person who works in the legal sector. But there's a heartbreak here. The Queen of Swords is showing her sword. She is showing her strength in the mind, the intellect. Let's look at that Four of Pentacles. And I'm going to say here, should I stay or should I go? That's what I think your title is. Let's look at that Four of Pentacles. Did a card just flipped? Gemini. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. And the 4 is 14. Again, Temperance. So, 10 of Pentacles. The ace here turns into the 10, which means that this union can turn into a family. And I just got the goosebumps. The 10 of Pentacles again turns into the ace as well. So this is a restart, a jump start. You're on the road to security. Look at the path. Look at what's at the end of that path. You're going towards a palace. Now, I don't know what that means. It could mean royalty. It could mean financial security, abundance, family. This could also speak of marriage, engagement, financial security. After a time of lack and being the miser, you've been in the cold. You've been left in the cold. You've been put in the ice, dear Gemini, until now. You do have the Magician here, which I absolutely love for you. And you know, making the magic, look at what he's got on his chest. Okay, this is very mercurial. It's got to do with health as well. So you need to be the magician. You need to stand in your strength. You are the magician. You've got the ability. Do something about it. Do something about it. So let's take a couple of Sibillas. I think I will leave that there. Let's take a couple of Sibillas because I don't want to make these readings too long. What I'd like to look at is in your foundation, which is really, it's the distant past as well. So obviously you've been going through some change and a transformation, but I see it as the area of home as well. So let's take 3 Sibillas and see what this Death card and the Ace of Swords looking down, what does that mean? We've got the Vedova, 3 of Swords. Yeah. So mourning, an ending here, a disappointment because of lack of clarity, lack of communication, lack of truth. Here we've got in Emmanuel, after the 3 of Swords comes a spiritual union. Now, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands here, which the right next to it is the spiritual connection. You know, this transformation could bring, yes, a sense of loss, but then we've got the Ace of Wands. This is a commitment. That could be what the transformation is. And this is, of course, it could be a brand new project that you are beginning. Let's say an offer or a commitment to a new creative project for others of you. Let's see what else. And we've got Amore, the 4 of Cups. So again, this is little Cupid. Let's not forget that Cupid is also a little child, and the child is the love child of Venus and Mars. And Venus and Mars will be forming a sextile, which is a positive aspect. And that will be in the next few days. Let me just check for sure and tell you. I'll give you the date especially exactly. Where is, yes. So in about 3 days. So roughly when you watch this reading, there is the potential for Venus and Mars to come together in a very positive aspect. But of course, sextiles are where we need to take action. It's not, you can't sit there and let that Ace of Cups, let's say, fall in your lap. You've got to do something about it. And look at this. Look at this. There's that bow and arrow again. Incredible. Incredible. It's funny that this Amore is facing the past, whereas You Deserve Love is facing the future. So this is like, I'm going to say, like it's as though the past is coming back. That offer is coming back. The 4 of Cups, remember? This is 4 of Cups as well. So obviously there's been hidden information about a child, about love, about an offer of love, about the security and the happiness of a home. Let's take, what else am I going to look at? I want to have a look at the 7 of Swords, which is on top of the Emperor, and the Magician. We have Prigione, which is shackles, chains, 9 of Swords, worry, weight, Capricorn, prison. If this is not an actual prison, then it's a virtual prison. You feel as though you're trapped. And, you know, again, very Saturnian. Saturn rules Capricorn. So, obligations. But here we've got Donna de Servizio, which is a helping hand. The 3 of Pentacles. Someone who, this could be pure energy, a friend, helping energy, if not an actual person. This could be a Virgo that is helping you, your situation expand. Why? Because the 3 of Pentacles is all about expansion, growth, and being recognized for your talents. But the Virgo energy also speaks of being of service to this Emperor. And here we've got the Two of Cups, which is the agreement, the stability. So I would say more than likely that those of you that feel as though you're in shackles, you're chained, or you're kept prisoner, let's say, if this emperor has been narcissistic and difficult. Let's not forget that Pluto, the South Node, and Saturn, as well as Jupiter, this is the time of Capricorn. What it's saying is that there is more work to be done before the helping hand comes in, the aid comes in, and you have that stability or that agreement. And I'm going to say that for those of you that are not letting go of this emperor and you're moving into another stage with this emperor in your life, then the Donna di Servizio could also be a psychologist, someone that a marriage counselor. Yeah. And the Casa is home, and the Two of Cups you have again. I'm going to look at now. I want to look at that King of Wands. We have the Belvedere, which is the Three of Cups, being on the lookout or waiting for something to come in. Someone's traveling. Here we've got the Traveler, Viaggio, the Three of Wands. I see this as the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Cups. And then we've got Fortuna, which is Sagittarius again, and Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. And this is the Five of Wands. Someone is conflicted. This King of Wands is conflicted whether they should come forth or not. Will they be lucky? Will they? Will the wheel turn in their favor if they take that trip? They are conflicted about that. But Fortuna is luck. It is. It's the sister of Jupiter. And that is beautiful. It's called the card of success. So no doubt, there is success here. Someone is going for what they desire. And with the Queen of Swords and the Three of Swords here and the King of Swords, she's pointing it straight at him. But before I had it like that, and he was right behind her. So dear Gemini, as I said, do I stay or do I go? I will leave it at that. You do end up with the Ten of Pentacles, which is a brand new beginning. Of course, going from the Miser card, someone may have been holding back on their feelings. Now they're being open and truthful and very abundant towards you. And this could even be a lot of generosity as well. And generosity can come in many forms. So I will leave it at that. I do want to thank you so much. Sending you many blessings. Talk to you around the 20th of December. I am moving home, moving country, so please bear with me. I do hope that holidays are really good for you, dear Gemini. Fingers crossed for all of you. And again, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Talk to you soon.